I often say this in that I was organizing a lecture room the other day. We were talking. There were a crowd of people. Then I just pinpoint somebody. I just say, "This is what this person does." I think this is what we are looking for. In the midst of people, somebody can look at us like your head should be an antenna, so that when people see you, they know the frequency that you are transmitting. They know who you are, and they know because knowing who you are also means knowing what they can send your way in terms of business, no? Because for that particular individual, I know what she does. If somebody have asked me on the way, I have this kind of problem, find me a solution, I would know that okay, she can do it for you.
This is what
So I think all this.
I think that's where consistency comes in. I think that's where consistency comes in, because you can have people that are authentic, and because they don't do it for a long time, forget. So that's where consistency comes in, because you have to keep saying one thing over and over again, and that's one of the beautiful things about branding. It's about repetition. So you have to keep doing one thing over and over again consistently, make people have that perception of you.
But some people are also consistently not doing something, so they are not going to be remembered for something. Percent of the communication doesn't come from your mouth. It comes from every other thing that you do that is not really tag communication. No? So that you don't say that I am a brand expert and you don't demonstrate it, because it's not what you say, but what do you do? So I think those are really very important, no? In line with what you have said. So I really agree with you so much on that, no? All right.
Now, I used to say brand the way you want to be addressed, actually.
I like that.
That's actually what I say.
That is good.
I used to say brand the way you want to be addressed.
That's good. That's good. I love that. All right. Now, you help people to find their voice so that in the sea of, okay, let's say in the crowd of people, they can people can identify them. I often say this in that I was organizing a lecture room the other day. We were talking. There were a crowd of people. Then I just pinpoint somebody. I just say, "This is what this person does." I think this is what we are looking for. In the midst of people, somebody can look at us like your head should be an antenna, so that when people see you, they know the frequency that you are transmitting. They know who you are, and they know because knowing who you are also means knowing what they can send your way in terms of business, no? Because for that particular individual, I know what she does. If somebody have asked me on the way, I have this kind of problem, find me a solution, I would know that okay, she can do it for you.
This is what
you see. So I think all this.
I think that's where consistency comes in. I think that's where consistency comes in, because you can have people that are authentic, and because they don't do it for a long time, forget. So that's where consistency comes in, because you have to keep saying one thing over and over again, and that's one of the beautiful things about branding. It's about repetition. So you have to keep doing one thing over and over again consistently, make people have that perception of you. So the person that you said that you were able to just know that this is what this person does, I bet you that person did not just say that thing once and they ran away. The person was doing it over and over and over again to the extent that it's stuck with in your head that, oh, this is what this person does. It reminds me of when I started, okay, my name, what they call me on LinkedIn, the Yellow Queen. I did not call myself that. They actually did. So when I said, like I said, I started taking my own branding seriously. And I just like, okay, so I'm branding for others. Okay, why don't I focus on my own branding? Why don't I take my own branding seriously? And that's how I started. If you even check, like, I was experimenting with colors. I think there was a time I used, not really experimenting with colors, but I used like pink. Then I hadn't gotten a color. But when I started using yellow, I just said, oh, I wanted a situation where if you see that color, I want you to think of me. So I kept using, and not I still use it a lot. I use it every single day, almost every day. You see the yellow, and that's how over time, because I used to call people kings and queens because I feel like LinkedIn is just it was too formal, and there's a man there and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, people love being called pet names and street names, and so I just like calling people kings and queens and stuff like that. So I kept doing that over time, which is going to remind me of what you said about sowing seeds. So I kept doing that over time. I kept calling people that, and I kept sorry about that. I kept calling people kings and queens and stuff like that. I kept calling them that, and I kept showing up with yellow. And over time, people started calling me like the yellow queen. I started doing that, and doing. I was like, okay, this is a nice name. I mean, this is a nice name. They are calling me this. That means I'm giving them the impression that this is my color, and the color yellow should be affiliated with me. So at least that's what they thought. And I said, if they are calling me this name, why don't I use it? And that's how I started using it. So that's the beautiful thing about consistency. Once you keep doing one thing over and over and over again, to get stuck not only in your own head, but in the head of other people that are seeing it, to the extent that they cannot differentiate you from that thing. I remember some persons who come to my comment section or in my DMs and they feel like, that's real. Did I know that, oh, something happened in like their normal life outside of LinkedIn and saw yellow, and immediately they just say, real. Someone who was even like, yeah, so that's just different stances about people saying, oh, that the color, anytime you just see the yellow, you just, some people be like, and they saw somebody using the yellow, they say like, no, this is not. So like, that's the beautiful thing about consistency. Like, you can do a certain thing. Let's say someone can be a better designer than I am, but because that person is not consistently showing off what they do, they're not consistently showing up, people would tend to forget them, and then they will go for the person. I used to say people go for what's readily available and what's stuck in their head. So you that is a better person, a better designer, a better copywriter, a better virtual assistant, a better coach, a better whatever, if you don't do what you're doing consistently, if you don't show up consistently, people are eventually going to choose the other person that you might be better than, because they kept seeing that person, and that person is stuck in their head that is this person does this particular thing. And anytime they have a job or any problem that skill is needed, because that person has been showing up consistently, they're going to go for that person instead of you that is better. So that's just the thing about consistency, and just something everybody should take seriously. It's not easy to be consistent, but it is.
Yeah, that's true. But some people are also consistently not doing something, so they are not going to be remembered for something. All right. Now, tell me, how do you
And some
own
people are
your...
consistently doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, they can consistently be doing the wrong thing, so they will be known for the wrong thing.
Yeah.
It's like you are sowing your seed, and whatever you sow, you will reap. Because nature, the universe doesn't make mistake. All right. Now, you help people to find their voice. I like that. Now, tell me, what are some strategies that you use to help them achieve that at the end of the day?
Okay. So I like listening a lot to their story. So one thing I ask them, tell me about you. First of all, because like I said, I meet a lot of them on LinkedIn. So I ask them, what is your story? Let's say I don't know why I like using coach, maybe because I work with coaches a lot as regards personal brand. So let's say you're a coach, I think I worked with a coach recently, career coach for health professionals. So she has been in the industry for about 10 years and wants to transition, being a coach and helping other, health professionals. So I told her, what's your story? Why do you want to do this? What happened? What made you want to transition? And that's what I asked. I know when I keep saying this, I just will keep remembering other clients I worked with. There was also another client that I think she also was so beautiful. I mean, she had like lots of issues. She even had to leave her husband. So many issues that she had going on in her life, and all about mindset coaching and